Latvia is sending Aijā and Sudden Lights to Liverpool 2023, but will it be saying Aijā to the final? So after that truly dreadful pun, I think that might be one of our worst actually. But anyway, that aside, Latvia is sending Sudden Light by Aijā to Liverpool 2023. Now, obviously, last year they didn't make it out of the semi-finals. Robbed, in my view, but separate issue. Let's have a little listen to this year's entry.
I'll try to say the right words at the right time, sing you loud, please don't wake up.
So that's a little bit of Latvia's entry for this year. Jack, what do you make of it?
Well, Latvia has the longest non-qualification streak of any country, joint with Georgia, I think. And I fear it's not going to be. I think that's not going to end this year. Basically, I think it's. I get a lot of fans quite like it, but I really, really struggle to connect with it. I just think it's. Really, it's quite know what it is. It starts with one rhythm and then it flips to another, and then there's nothing that's stable about it that actually lets me get my ear in, and there's nothing memorable about it. There's no sort of hook that it sticks with me afterwards, and it's quite. It feels really chaotic musically, and maybe this is the I don't know that much about the Latvian music scene, in all honesty, but this is the type of thing that Latvia has sent before. You know, Samantha Tina, in both of her attempts, had this sort of quite melodyless backing track, but both of those I preferred to this. I actually got used to those ones. This, I don't know. I want to like it. I've listened to it 15, 20 times probably by now, and it just doesn't stick with me. I find it almost quite uncomfortable to listen to, because as soon as I think I've got with the rhythm of it, it then changes to something else. And I don't know. I feel quite anxious. I just don't really enjoy it. Fundamentally, it's not an enjoyable listening experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just cutting you off there. Was an extra?
No, go for it. I'm done.
No, go for it. Yeah, no, I agree. I find it quite a difficult listen, and I kind of feel like I'm like, what am I missing out on here? Because a lot of people seem to quite like it, and I'm just like, am I the problem? It's me. Well, sorry,
Get the Teya references off this channel.
Yeah, I mean, okay. If I'm going to be positive about it, it is different because it's kind of like alternative rock, which we don't often see at Eurovision. We usually get some kind of like hard rock like Måneskin or something from kind of like Finland, basically. So it's different, and it's not really like anything else that we usually hear at the contest. And the messaging behind it seems to be quite sweet, because it is kind of like a lullaby being sung to like a child. But then that's when it starts to kind of jar as well at the same time, because you're listening to this kind of alternative rock song that's then also a lullaby, and it's like it doesn't kind of know what it wants to be. It's probably not for me either, and I feel bad that I'm like missing out on some like enlightenment that will make me then be like, wow, this is incredible. But yeah, it's a bit of a strange one.
Yeah, I do. It is. I mean, again, I like that you've picked out a positive with it. The one positive is, as well, the lead singer can sing, and every performance. I mean, we're recording this just after the Barcelona pre-party. That was a really solid live vocal, and every time they perform it live, it's practically studio quality. They're very reliable, and it's good. I just think the fundamental flaw here is the song. That's the problem, and there's only so far good staging and a good vocal can take you if the song is just not quite something I enjoy listening to, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's going in the semi-final of death, aka the first semi-final. Do you think it's going to get out of the final, and where would you kind of rank it personally?
I honestly, I don't think it's going to qualify. I think it's going fourth. Songs have qualified from fourth before. I just don't think. It's not mass appeal enough, I don't think. And it's again, there's nothing that memorable about it, because as soon as I mentioned before, as soon as it settles into one thing, it then flits to another, and there's no hook. I've listened to it 15, 20 times. I still don't really remember the chorus. Not through lack of trying. It does not stick in my brain, and I think that's the problem. I don't think people are going to get behind it all that much, and I think it will struggle to get out of the semi-final. My ranking is a 4.5. Purely because it's just, I don't really enjoy listening to it. Sadly.
I mean, I'm going to say Snap, because that is also my ranking.
Snap, like Rosalind the shit out of it.
I was trying to find a way to like get that, but I'm like, no, they're not the same country. That'd just be odd to try and be like Snap. It's I think it'll also struggle to get out of the semi-finals, which is a shame, because, you know, is it a shame?
I think it is a shame, because Latvia has Samantha Tina was a bit robbed. She came last in her semi-final, which is outrageous.
Yeah,
the stadium was all over the place, but Latvia has sent things that should have qualified since their, you know, non-qualification streak started. So it is sad, and I don't like a country being out of the final for 7 years.
Yeah, no, I agree. But yeah, for me, it's also a 4.5.
So quite middling scores there. Then do let us know what you think. It is a bit of a fan favourite, but certainly not to our taste. The comments are open. Do like and subscribe as well. If you do subscribe, hit the bell. You'll get notified every time we upload new videos. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.